Why do insurance agents get so many objections with life insurance, and what can they do to prevent those?
I think it's one of the most frustrating things we deal with. I don't think any of us likes the objections, the rejections, the stalls, the delays, the excuses. And we see people who obviously need it. We see the sole breadwinner supporting a family with multiple children, and we can't quite fathom why when we say, "Hey, it doesn't seem like you have life insurance," and they're like, "No, no, no, I don't need to talk about that." Early in my career, I was experiencing the exact same thing. Lots of objections. It seems so obvious to me that they should be just going, "Yes, that makes total sense. I'm the sole breadwinner. I should be buying this." And the problem is that what happens is we tend to lead with the solution. We tend to lead with the product. There is a lot of people who are saying things to customers or clients or prospects like, "Hey, I noticed you didn't have your life insurance with us. Who handles your life insurance?" Well, if I had to sit down and design a question guaranteed to create resistance, that's the question I would ask. And I'm sorry if I'm offending or stepping on anybody's toes, but the truth of the matter is people don't want solutions before they know they have a problem. So
Yes.
what's the opposite of that? The opposite of that is to actually ask them about the problem and get them emotionally engaged in the situation. So if the flip side would be, Steve, if your income were suddenly shut off tomorrow and money stopped flowing into your checkbook, how would your family be impacted? Now notice here, I never asked you what would happen if you died. In fact, if you listen to what I just said, I didn't kill you. I simply said, what would be the financial impact if your income were suddenly shut off tomorrow and money stopped flowing into your checkbook? And they'll say something like, it would be bad, it would be terrible, it would be awful, maybe they use a bad word. And immediately what we've done is we've gotten under the defensive radar, because a question gets past the defensive radar because people have to process the question and they immediately start thinking about the outcome of the answer. And so now they're saying it would be bad, it would be terrible, it would be awful. And I might say, well, tell me more about that. What are you seeing? What are you visualizing? What causes you to say it would be bad, it would be terrible? Well, this wouldn't get paid, that wouldn't get paid. Well, then what would happen next? Well, my house would get foreclosed on. I would be evicted. My car would be repossessed. We couldn't buy food. We couldn't keep the lights on. And they're describing this bad set of outcomes.
And you're future pacing them. Yeah.
Right. And they're seeing what's going to happen to the beneficiaries. They're seeing what's going to happen to the survivors. And at the right moment, when you feel they've expressed enough pain, you simply say, wow, that sounds pretty terrible, what you just described. If you had the power to prevent that from happening, would you like to prevent that? And they're like, yes, I would. Well, let's see what that's going to take. And now they're a willing participant in the conversation, and they don't really care what the solution is. They just want to make the movie that they just played in their mind be a different movie, the happy movie.
Exactly.
And so the recommendation I would make is, if you want to sell more life insurance, it's like Fight Club, right? First rule of Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club. The first rule of life insurance sales is stop talking about life insurance.